Minglava, this is the weekly highlight news of Radio NUG. I'm James. Here are the news highlight for this week. The acting president of the National Unity Government, His Excellency Dr. Sheila states in an interview with Al Jazeera News that the international community must prevent the military from exploiting Myanmar's oil and gas industry. The Union Minister for the Ministry of International Cooperation of the National Unity Government, Dr. Sasa, meets with to discuss the m.CDMMyanmar Act and UN Security Council Resolution 2669. Justice for Myanmar reports that might expose the military's ongoing war crimes against humanity and other interesting news. These are the weekly news details. The acting president of the National Unity Government, His Excellency Dr. Sheila, stated in an interview with Al Jazeera News that the international community must prevent the military from exploiting Myanmar's oil and gas industry. The acting president also said that we believe that with the simultaneous and collaborative efforts of the international community and the revolutionary forces opposing the military junta, we can end the military junta immediately. To achieve this purpose, it is essential to cut off the financial flow to the military junta. The military is supported by important funds gained from decades of control over the country. This must stop. The international community must also stop purchasing the military's major financial resource, the Myanmar oil and gas industry. It should also stop selling jet fuel and weapons to the military. Furthermore, the acting president urged the international community to end all communication, dialogue, and recognition with the military junta. The Union Minister for the Ministry of International Cooperation of the National Unity Government, Dr. Sasa, stated on 9 January that he met with U.S. Congressman Frank Hill to discuss the m.CDMMyanmar Act and UN Security Council Resolution 2669 regarding Myanmar. The Union Minister highlighted the meeting with U.S. Congressman Frank Hill as a great opportunity. He appreciated the opportunity to discuss the serious situation in Myanmar, regional concerns and broader development affecting the region. He emphasized the urgent necessity to properly enforce the m.CDMMyanmar Act and UN Security Council Resolution 2669 on Myanmar. The Union Minister appreciated the Myanmar-American Freedom Coalition for their efforts of foster unity and dialogue in favor of the Myanmar's federal democratic future. He expressed his desire to deeper and more productive engagement with the legitimate representatives of the Myanmar people in the U.S.-Myanmar strategic partnership. The 26 former political prisoners have jointly issued a statement strongly condemning the actions of the military junta, which misrepresented the number of the amnesty released on Independence Day, 4 January. According to the statement, the former political prisoners are continually monitoring and strongly opposing the actions of the military junta, which seeks to exploit political prisoners as a political platform and deceives the public and the world. The military junta announced that 5,864 political prisoners were released on 4 January, including around 600 political prisoners under Section 505. Similarly, the Political Prisoner Network Myanmar (PPNM) monitored the release of the political prisoners in over 40 prisons across Myanmar and found that only 208 male political prisoners and 131 female prisoners, a total of the 344 political prisoners, were released, which is much lower than the number announced by military junta, and it was revealed that the military junta intentionally claimed to have released about 600 political prisoners in order to hide the list of the political prisoner released. In terms of amnesty announcement during the nearly 4-year period of the military takeover, 16 amnesties were made, releasing 101,729 prisoners, with only 8.6% of these 16 being political prisoners, according to ISP Myanmar. 8,762 were political prisoners, accounting for only 8.6% of those released. There are still at least 21,499 political prisoners in prison for refusing to accept and opposing the coup, with at least 9,985 sentenced to prison terms ranging from 1 year to death. Justice for Myanmar announced on 10 January that MITEL is and affects the Myanmar military's continually war crimes and crimes against humanity. Justice for Myanmar stated we call on international governments to further impose targeted sanctions against the Myanmar military junta, its businesses and partners, including food sanctions Telecom International Myanmar. Mighty's profit projections suggest that the Myanmar military shareholding could yield $270 million in Mighty's 5 to 9 years of operation and a further $450 million in the 5 years after that, a big windfall for the military and top generals. The U.S. Department of Commerce Bureau of Industrial Security announced on 6 January that it had designated Mighty as a company that is determined to the national security and interests of the United States. These are the weekly highlight news of Radio and Luigi. We will present more interesting local news to you. Thanks for joining our news.